6.5 remaining in this third quarter. Here's James on the reverse.
Oh my, could I just be in for one day? Just let me play like that for one day. You know, I'm not greedy, Reggie.
No,
24 hours.
one.
I'll travel America just looking for a game. Look at this. I mean, you talked about a while ago, how do you stop that? The answer is you don't, and especially the guy's shooting 36% from the three-point line now, so I mean, he's making the outside jump shot.
Carmelo Anthony, 11 of 18, 23 points. That's a three-point attempt. Rebounded by Duncan. The outlet saved by Anthony. And they turn it over. Here's Wade for James. And the pass behind Nowitzki, so the ball will go back to the East with 5:33 left. In the third quarter with the score, the East 97, the West 88. We head to break and take another look at what it takes to be an all-star, presented by Gatorade. It's time for the Kia Motors All-Star Flashback. The only other time the Mavericks hosted an NBA All-Star game was back in 1986 at the old Reunion Arena. The East won that game 139-132. Isaiah Thomas named the MVP. 30 points, 10 assists. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, 21 points. Magic Johnson had 15 assists for the West. The MVP award, the second in 3 years for Thomas. And our David Aldridge is with someone very instrumental in bringing the NBA All-Star game back to the Dallas area. David.
Well, that's right, Marv. We're here with Cowboys owner Jerry Jones, who had the vision to build this place. When did the vision of hosting an NBA All-Star game come to you?
Well, the All-Star game, I wouldn't have been that presumptuous. A court where the Cowboy star is, I did think of, but what a thrill. What an honor for Cowboy Stadium to be a part of the All-Star game and what the NBA is all about. And I'm excited not only for sports fans, but for basketball fans. And we are hopeful that we're going to do something real good here tonight relative to our attendance. But what I'm really hopeful about is that the way the game is presented and with what we can do with the huge digital board that's the length of the court, what we can do with our fans that are in any angle with all 8 cameras, that they can see it in a way that they might not have seen it before. Now, if we can do that, I know we can do it with Dallas Cowboy games. We've done it. Right. And I know we can do it with football and other sports. So that's what we were hoping to do. And I really, when I got up this morning, I was excited as though we were playing a Cowboy game because I didn't know. I'm really rewarded by this great crowd here tonight.
Mark Cuban has said that he wasn't sure he wanted to have the game here, that you helped convince him that it was worth bringing it to the Metroplex. What did you tell him?
Well, he's being modest and he's being kind. Mark was so positive when he knew that we were going to build this 3 million square feet room in and out of the elements. And I give him all the credit, really. David Stern for being a good listener, Tradema, all of the people that made this happen. And, you know, you can build any building, you can spend all the money you want to spend, but if you don't have the folks, you don't have the people, you can't get it done.
This is amazing. I like my 50-inch at home, and this is just, you know, I feel envious. Anyway, these are the 2 guys, Marv, that got this thing in Dallas, in the Dallas area here in Arlington. An amazing, amazing accomplishment. Back to you.
All right, Mark Cuban with Jerry Jones. Mark in his 10th year as the controversial owner of the Dallas Mavericks. It's been a successful run, though, making the playoffs each season, a perennial 50-win team to advance to the finals back in 2006. There were some disagreements between Mark and the league office, NBA Commissioner David Stern, and the commissioner says, you know, if I say that Mark Cuban has mellowed, it'll actually hurt his feelings.
You know, they played a college game here this year, University of Texas and North Carolina. And how long, Reggie, do you think it's going to be before they have a Final Four here?
Well, I think it's right around the corner. I mean, this atmosphere and these fans, and just looking at the enthusiasm here in Texas, it's been unbelievable.
And that will count. It's a goaltend on Stoudemire. The basket counts. So Wade has 18 points, 10 assists.
When you look at the fast break points, the speed of these, they have 43 fast break points to 19, so plus 24. That's the real difference in this ball game.
All led by LeBron James.
Darren Williams has had an outstanding night back at his home area. 4 of 5, 9 points, 5 assists for the point guard for the Utah Jazz. Nice look away from Wade. And Wade with the finish.
Well, we've been talking about LeBron James. What about Dwayne Wade tonight? 10 of 14, 20 points to go along with 10 assists.
Rose off the steal. Here comes James.
You can't stop that.
Oh.
I mean, do you try to grab him up? No, because he's going to take you with you on that flight 23.
You know what amazes me is how he converts that incredible speed to the vertical height. I mean, you know, that is a tough thing to do. Look at it, he's going full speed, and look at this, just rocks it at the rim to lead by 10.
Look from above, Cowboy Stadium, Arlington, Texas, the home of the Dallas Cowboys. And Cowboy Stadium, the 6th dome stadium to host the NBA All-Star Game. The others, well, 1979, the Silver Dome in Pontiac. David Thompson, the MVP, they had 31,000. 1985 was the Hoosier Dome in Indianapolis. Ralph Sampson, the MVP, with 43,000. 87 King Dome in Seattle, 34 and change. 1989 Astrodome in Houston, Texas. Karl Malone, the most valuable player. Attendance 44,735. And then the Alamo Dome in 1996 in San Antonio. Michael Jordan taking MVP honors. They had 36,000. And tonight's attendance, apparently they're holding off the announcement. The question is whether they will hit the 100,000 mark. So we'll have that for you. Apparently they're still counting up the patrons. We thought we had it.
Kevin Durant with a nice back cut there, finish at the rim.
So Durant has 12 points, 2.5 left in this third quarter. Marv Albert, Doug Collins, Reggie Miller, David Aldridge, Craig Sager worked the sideline. Bosch on a second effort, and he is hacked.